Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Atmosfar, or well, the Atmosfar demo. It is a Sky Islands kind of exploration sandbox game that looks really cool as part of the Steam Next Fest. That's really all I know about it. Apart from the fact that their previous game was Airport CEO from back in 2021, which is a bit of a huge jump. From that to this, but hey, I respect it when a developer wants to kind of springboard into something wholly original and unique. Day 2017. It is of utmost importance that all colonists contribute their fair share in the greater colonization effort, but Pace lost their sense of fair long ago. Life on Tychos is brutal. You wanted to take a different path, and that's why they put you here. Several quotas have been filled, many quotas have been missed. Same routine, day in and day out. The alarm blares. You shift your weight on the bunk bed and swing your legs over the edge. Your eyelids are heavy, your body exhausted, but you have to follow protocol. Wow, dressed and immediately ready. Unless, wait, is that our food? Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Alright. So they're going for kind of a retrofuturism look. I also need VSync real bad. Let's see. Oh. Can I bump that up? Or no, it won't let me. Okay, where the heck is VSync? VSync here. Alright, apply. Well, I guess I'm just going to head down. I'm assuming the rest are all just identical copies of what I already have. Hello. Guard drone, get to work, convict. You have not reached your quota. Immediately resume work and reach your quota. Oh. Okay. So control is crouch. This is not fully what I was expecting my intro to be, but hey. Pick up extractor. Tool already obtained. Okay. Extract trash. Or, well, extract resources. Oh. Do I have to do dismiss for tutorialization? Okay, how do I equip it? Handwritten note. Fellow vagabond, no matter how long it takes you, no matter what Pace claims, we will still be out there doing everything we can to help you get back to us. Stay resilient. You will find what you will find what you need. A vagabond always does. T to equip or unequip tools. Aim with right click. Shoot with left click. Okay, so this is familiar. Can't get anything from that. Can't get anything from those, but I guess we're going out here. Ooh, this is pretty. Tools use electric power. Track your power supply in your backpack. Recharges slowly with solar energy. Crafted batteries are standing close to certain plant life. Okay. And I guess we just run around recycling things. This place looks like a dump, which I'm sure is probably the point of it. Feels like if you're going to have this whole system where you have these things piled up, you could almost have a conveyor belt to just scrap things automatically for you, but maybe some of this stuff is more scrappable than others. Pick up a small battery. This stupid terminal won't boot up. Does anything in this junkyard do anything? Did you bring an extractor tool? You can't extract resources with that one, but if you ask me, it's all meaningless work. All this meaningless work is good for nothing. You know, I actually appreciate that there are NPCs. Okay, point of interest, discovered the scrapyard. Well, it wants me to deliver this stuff, but I don't know where it wants me to deliver it to. I also don't know if I really benefit from over-scrapping things. I don't want to say I very much come from that era of games where you can kind of go hog wild. I made it out here once, but after I hopped the fence, there was nowhere to go. Without flying, that is. So all I could do without a wasp was wait for the drones to find me, or wait for them not to. At least in here I got something to eat. Yeah, I'm not entirely clear yet where I'm supposed to deliver these. But that's okay. But what I was going to say is... Well, I don't know. I'm so used to games letting you potentially overgrind early, and it actually gives you a benefit. But I'm also used to a lot of games just stripping everything away, saying like, oh, you know, you overdid it. We're taking your... Or, you know, prologue's over. We're taking... your stuff away. I'm exhausted. I'm just taking a break. Let me know if you see any drones heading this way. But, like, I remember there being very distinct advantages to being super thorough early on in, like, Morrowind and Baldur's Gate 1. Just a couple scrap more. I'm soon finished with my quota. Is this stuff recovering, or have I just missed it on my way through? I don't know. Does it matter? I truly don't know. And then anything up here? No. So I'm assuming this is where I deliver stuff. Okay, pick up bowl of soup. Access your inventory by pressing tab. Cover your health. Bowl of slop. Okay. Clear that. Oh, I see. I have to select the item. I can't just mouse over it. Okay, may continue on your sentence until your work duty ends. Oh. Okay, so there's our answer. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Overgrinding is just part of the job. I'm probably still going to end up with too much, but hey. Weirdly, I kind of like this tutorial. It's good world building-ish. It's kind of like, I don't know. I know this has become kind of a trend that your character is a victim of a, I mean, presumably dystopic capitalist society, one that, you know, imprisons people and makes them work hard labor with minimal benefit and pretty much no chance at actual, like, I wouldn't say redemption, because, I mean, often crimes are not exactly, the penalties for crimes don't always actually match the crime being committed. I feel like the alarms are something I should be worried about. That seems bad. That seems very bad. Not my problem. Let's see, what else do we have here? Pretty much nothing. I guess I'm going this direction, now that I've... Okay, strange weather is disabling the drones. Yes. I was correct. Okay. Is it time for me to be an unhinged gremlin? Okay, this stuff does respawn. Here's the thing. All you people hiding don't realize what I can do. Did they say anything? No. So I'm pretty sure I can't go back. I don't think I really need to grab all this rust scrap. Hopefully I get to keep this stuff. But the idea of being able to go back and quick scrap some of the drones for resources while they're conveniently... Okay, do have to watch out for that. I don't know. The idea of that amuses me greatly. And I sincerely hope I get to keep these resources. Oh, sick. Another one. Look, when life gives you a surplus of resources... Hold up. Courtesy of a prologue that is slightly untethered from reality. Oh, I see. He kind of wanted me to go this direction. And I thought it was being clever. Let's see. It's a street light. I'm not seeing too much else. Oh, there's another drone there. Worst comes to worst, when all of this is over, all of the drones are going to be destroyed and everybody's going to be like, who did it? And I'm going to look ultra guilty with my backpack full of drone parts. Gotta stick it to the man somehow, maybe. Okay. This seems unsafe. Oh, I see. Just double back. Get to the landing docks and find a way to get airborne. I don't know... In a storm like this, where the drones are getting hit by lightning and getting disabled, I'm not sure if getting airborne is wise. It's like, don't take a boat in a thunderstorm. You are going to get in trouble. I do appreciate that they actually give you multiple routes here. Not that it really matters. Damn. Whatever sky shipyard that this place is... really getting wrecked here. Oh, good. There is mantling. What is this? Recover Wasp. Eh. Well, inside of Wasp, you can use that to access the Wasp manual. So transfer fuel. We have a smidge. Can only store in camp hub. Connect electricity. Well, if there's almost no fuel, so be it. Okay. Let's tap to access the manual. Flight controls, pitch and roll, movement up and down. Oh, start engine. Retract landing gear. Oh, it's inverted. Oh, I do not vibe with inverted controls. Or... am I the inverted one? I have no idea. I guess maybe I am the inverted one. So where am I going? That's a mine. Presumably. It feels like this thing is naturally primed to point upwards. Okay. So I've done that, now where? I guess I'm just leaving, is the answer. Storms seem to be dissipating. Land your wasp and make sure it's ready to fly. I think we want to go to this base on the right. Because whatever... yeah. Because whatever this is wonky. Well, the base is back there. I wonder if we ever get to go back and, like, loot it. So how much fuel did that cost me? Doesn't seem like it really did anything. Unknown Vagabond. Vagabond, do you copy? Our equipment. Camp nearby island. Mock nest cluster. Okay, so it's telling me I can go over there. Now, we do have this. There's like a weird filter going on. Is there a way I can actually turn that off? No. Like, it feels like there's a strange filter effect. Look for vagabonds on the mock nest cluster. Well, okay. It doesn't look like I can do much with this. Grab a fuel canister. Okay. Can be stored in your inventory, prepared for future scenarios. Add contents of fuel canisters. Selecting your inventory, hold F. Okay. Hold to use. Well, now we got 50 fuel. You can also enter as a passenger, because I think this is supposed to have multiplayer. Well, barring everything. I do appreciate the landing gear as a thing that I actually have to contend with. There we go. Trying to right this thing a little bit. It is. Wait. Is this the right angle? Oh. I roll with the mouse rather than turn? Hard to say. Okay, so now that we're out of that one area, now the filter is gone. I was worried that that was a bug, but the answer is I just hadn't gone far enough. But I think I needed the fuel to be able to do so. Well, this is gorgeous. I'm a huge sucker for sky islands in video games as like a... I don't want to say a framing element exactly, but a... Yeah, of course. Make an emergency landing. Oh, that's cool. The thrusters actually turn. There we go. Oh, engine's off. Can't do much else. But yeah, these little back engines actually shifted. So if I was going, like, hovering versus going forward, they would actually turn to match the direction I was going. I appreciate that. Search for a repair tool in Pace's old facilities. Well, first and foremost... if I see something I can loot, I will loot. Okay, so we have a couple of extra things because I was a silly gremlin. Okay. Just gonna do recover wasp. Nice little drone kind of plunks it here just to make it convenient. So what does this have? Camp equipment, crafting table, campfire, research desk, hydrogen refinery. Okay, some of these seem like they might be useful. Collect log. Vagabond mission log day 3. I've placed my camp hub at the northernmost tip of the central island in the cluster. If any vagabond makes it here, they can pick it up to reposition a mobile camp. It also stores the crafting station, allowing them to craft more camp equipment, like a tent or a cooking station. Should get them back on their feet. Okay. G to collect. Might actually want to store things in here, in retrospect. Let's see. Might as well use that. Also have my inventory. Handwritten notes. I don't need that anymore. Probably. H to sort. Plastic. Nutritious food pouch. But I'm looking fine, kind of. Okay. So what do we have here? Because we kind of want to look for anything that's even remotely close to useful. Scrap. Oh, no. This is plastic scrap. I don't know. I'm a sucker for games where you have just random resources that you salvage. Especially if it's like... Especially if it's like junk and you're actively recycling an environment. Now, the real winner for me is usually the ones where, like, there's goop involved. I'm a sucker for goop, as silly as that might sound. Let's see. I think it's probably just an extension of being somebody who likes... Well, I don't know. Washing dishes. Like, that's the one chore I actually like doing. Which is odd because I'm actually kind of grossed out by, like, touching old food or goop myself. Requires an extraction tool. Oh, I see. Before that just rolls off the edge. Grab that before that fully rolls away. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something really satisfying about video games where you're cleaning up an environment that's just been utterly gunked up. There's a game I played a while ago called The Gunk. That, like, okay, it wasn't really that amazing. It was just charming. It was like a nice 5-hour playthrough. But yeah, your character was just going around cleaning up an environment that's just covered in, like, toxic hazard waste. And it was really good. I don't think most people ever remember that game. Yep, definitely stay away from that. I don't think most people will talk about it. It's kind of a shame because, like, it was made by the same people that made the SteamWorld games, and I was kind of hoping they'd make more, but alas. Okay, so we do have to worry about my inventories not having a whole lot of space in it. What are you? Cthulhu made a dodo. Apparently. It makes fun noises too. I like this. Also, huge ups. The environment actually feels very pleasant. Like, for so many of these games, the world feels empty. And, I mean, I think this is going to suffer from that too, but I played a survival sandboxy game recently. Where you were kind of like a magic caster, and it had some really nice, like, is it Witch Haven? Something like that. Let's see, furniture scrap. I'm just grabbing whatever I can in case some of these are actually useful. Worst comes to worst, we just go back to camp. Drop some things off. Because, yeah, we do have to worry about my inventory space running out fairly soon. In fact. Yeah, like, Witch Haven was pleasant. It had some good ideas to it, but the actual environment was kind of sparse. There wasn't really much in it apart from the interesting POIs. You know, there were some trees, but everything was harvestable. Here, we've got this big tree node thing. What are you? Ooh, it's got eyes. Oh, I actually feel really weird about that. Like, that immediately triggered my fight or flight response. That's strange. Okay, got some more scrap. I think, unfortunately, I might have taken a wrong turn if I want to get to the, you know, the correct location, but that's okay. Because I've got a ton of stuff now, and I might be able to do something useful with it, but I just do not like that plant. Assuming it's a plant. I wonder if we eventually get, like, a jetpack or something. Some means of jumping higher. I mean, I could probably also just go around. Okay. Yeah, let's just run back and then I'll actually try and go where I want to go. It's the, I guess what I would describe it as it's the No Man's Sky effect of environment design that a lot of games suffer from, which is they rely too hard on randomly generated environments, and they end up being very flat. Even if you have mountains and whatnot, and like big trees, there's no real feeling of like an environment. Whereas this feels like an environment. I'm sure we're going to have a number of islands that don't, but it is one of those things that I'm like immediately seeing as a positive of like, hey, they've got some environments that actually look really interesting and kind of fun to explore. Okay, pick up plank, inventory is full. So what can we craft while we're here? So tent requires lichen and pipe. String. Can I make string? I guess downer, we don't have a whole lot of space. What if I picked up... What can I drop? Question. Can I... Can only store camp hub. Pilot. Yeah, I guess I can use this for the time being. No, let's keep that. The batteries and the food pack we don't need right now. Okay, can't do tents. Could do tarp. Do I need tarp? Probably not. Campfire. Needs a hydrogen crystal. Now I could make some simple bandages. Okay. Interesting. Looks like we have some upper limits on where these things can go. But it's fine. Now, is there a way to... Ah. Double-clicking moves it over. Okay, let's grab the food and the one bandage. Call that good enough. Let's actually focus on the story. I just wanted to grab some resources and to look around and zap things for a bit. It's satisfying. Plus gives me a good opportunity to just kind of ramble. Okay. How do we get over there? I guess any route will do. Seems like it's easiest if I can find a way up on the left. If anything. So let's just do that. Let's try and avoid spending too much time. No, I actually might have found the exact correct direction to go. I'm still gonna... Yerp. Yeah, no, so I'm supposed to cross that rickety bridge or something. Yeah, no. Looks like we're heading for the rickety bridge to get over there. Hopefully we get a jetpack or some, like, easy way of traversing this environment just a little bit. They're so weird. Which is a good thing. I really appreciate weird. It instantly makes this significantly more memorable. Okay, so we've got these random little islands, but they're not safe, so I think we're going around. Okay, fine. I'll grab these. Especially because now I've got plank. They're so weird. It's so good. Sorry, if I see shiny that I can recycle, it's very hard for me to not immediately just start recycling. Even if I do not need to. Let's ignore. No, I can't. I must raid this bird's nest of all that is scrappable. Oh, it's something I can pick up. Okay, what else do we have? This looks interesting. Industrial scrap. And it's copper and wire. Hi. What? Okay. Can't do anything with that. More furniture scrap. Yeah, it's like a weird spark plant. Funky. I've identified a repair station at the dock on the west edge. My mission to retrieve data from the weather station further south. I'll have to wait until I've repaired my equipment. That crazy weather really fried my tech. It's a good thing I have my helmet. Okay, do we have anything else? A little bit. Okay, so we're looking at this. Oh. Missed some things. Yeah, I've already got enough rust scrap, so we don't need to worry too deeply about that. Okay, so as long as they don't fall. Looks like there's some really interesting things kind of around. There's like a tent further down. Yeah, I hope I get a jetpack. Let's see. Anything else? There a flashlight? Maybe. Environment's got some bioluminescence, though, which I am a huge sucker for. And maybe eventually we just get to build a flashlight. Okay. So we've got a bunch of the flame plants, which is of course no good. And we've got a drone. Okay, so I can't do anything to the guard drone. Good to know it's something I'm going to have to contend with before I need to worry about it. Luckily, it seems very distractible. Do we want to try my luck with lightly unpassable terrain? This is why I brought snacks. Okay, so that's a equally scuffed looking airship. A lot of parts nearby, much of which probably isn't that useful, some of which is. Unless I want, like, oodles of metal. Okay, got the welder. Got the small battery. Okay, use the welder to stabilize the utility wasp with crude welding. Okay, that cannot be opened. This can. Okay. So I can open that up, which means I might be able to repair it? Yeah. Okay, this is awkward. But now I can get in here. Oh, I see. 1 and 2 just let me hop back and forth. So that takes me up there if I want to go. Is this the one I'm repairing? No way. Oh, and we're low power because it's nighttime. Well, what other stuff do we have? Jetpack. Oh, good. Furniture scrap, furniture scrap. Furniture scrap. Another one of these. And some more wire. Right, I could also go find the plant to go stand next to. Oh, let's dismiss those. Okay, won't let me harvest that one bit of plastic for reasons. Yeah, it's that red plant up there that I can harvest. For power. Not one of those guys, sadly. Oh, I see. Grab that. So this will just charge me right back up again. That is a convenient plant. Yeah, so is there anything that I'm missing here? Like, the main thing is just, do I go for all of this rust scrap and plastic scrap and stuff? And the answer is no. I kind of already did my due diligence. If anything, what we want to do is actually come back with my ship, because it seems like there's another docking platform here that I could use. Oh. If I recover the wasp, do I lose that stuff? If I do, I do. It's not like any of it was truly special. Okay, so it needs plastic and metal sheets, which I have been picking up many. So hull integrity is good. Transfer some fuel over. Looks like the jetpack might not work off of fuel. Hard to say. So what I need is a crafting bench. And some more power. I didn't see any crafting benches here. Also, being low power is kind of a pain in the ass. Okay. Take this up. Because, yeah, we have that loose drone. Bird actually scared me for a bit. Well, there's more usable stuff. I think what I should do is probably go back to that camp and see what I can go back and pick up. We also need to make a pipe. There we go. Because, yeah, I'm curious what all got picked up and what didn't. Worst comes to worst, I can actually just recover my ship back here, actually. And then we can just fly it out. I just wanted to check what was taken with it, what was left behind. So the crafting bench is still here. Okay, looks like everything is still here. Well, it's fine. Because I can just keep teleporting my ship to and from. Okay, so we need a cog, which we for sure have, and a pipe, which I might have to get more of. Yeah, like some of these aren't as necessary, so it's not as big of a deal if I, like, leave them behind. Turns out batteries are more important than I thought. Grab the resin. Oh. Except for I should probably give myself just a little bit of inventory space. So I want a pipe. Okay, hover engine, utility, and propulsion engine. Pack up your camp hub to bring it with us. Can only store camp hub. Cover wasp. Is it this thing? Pack up camp hub. Well, I guess real question is also... Yeah, because we don't have lichen or pipes. Don't have any hydrogen crystals. Well, so be it. I'll just have limited I'll just have limited space. So what got brought with? Oh! So those storage crates did get taken with me. Sick. Gather hydrogen crystals to make fuel. Really wish I could actually use the passenger seat. Like, I get why we have this, but I really wish I could use it for storage. Oh well. Do we wanna... Do we want to fly out? This is a smoky fellow. Yeah, what I want to do is find a new landing spot that's a little closer to a lot of these things. Well, I'm not necessarily seeing a landing pad. Okay. Let's just land there. Yeah, can't do anything with the camp, though. Which means I might want to look around for, like, an actual landing spot. Because, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff here. I do have just enough inventory space that we can potentially grab the fuel. Or the hydrogen crystals. Main question is, Which of these is a hydrogen crystal? I'm seeing scrappable bits. Ah, there we are. So it's this stuff. Okay, so that area while the fire is going is legitimately bad for me. So I'll have to give it a wide berth when it's burning. For my jetpack to refuel. There's another one. There's two, actually. Because yeah, I need at least a handful. Small handful. Give it a weight. Unfortunately, it burns for a while. No, don't mantle. Got it. No. You fool. Thing is, too committed to mantling and not nearly committed enough into saving his own skin. Or looting. Okay. Grab those. Luckily, we can always go get fruit to heal. So I'm not, like, super worried about a bunch of these things. Okay, we're low on power. Okay, yeah, it wants me to make a hydrogen refinery. Is there a way I can check, like, a map? No. Yeah, how much of this? Okay, I've got 16 crystals. So what do we think? Head back down to that base? I think so. Oh, but I can't set up camp there. I might actually be able to just drop camp off. In the middle of anywhere, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, the geysers are bad, but actually these pools of water should be just as damaging. Okay, pick up camp hub. Okay, so we want to put the crafting table. I actually love the fact that I can just slap these wherever. Kind of. That I can make my camp anywhere. Okay, good. And they still remember all the stuff that I have in them. I did have batteries I could have actually worked with. Well, you know what? Eat some food? Oh, we didn't eat it. Okay. That's a little frustrating. I'm just trying to eat food, man. So I want to go here. Crafting table, camp gear. I'm going to want to make a hydrogen refinery. I'm going to need 2 pipes. Oh, I have to make it in the crafting station. Oh, we can also make a campfire, which, yeah, we'll want to do. Pack up the crafting table. Did I make a second crafting table? Oops. Well, I mean, I can pack it up and put it away. Okay, let's not do that quite yet. We want to make the campfire. Toggle cozy mode. Sick. Okay, any other camp gear that's actually useful? Tent, but I need lichen. That needs lumen. No, I think we're good. Okay, so that's just going to process for a little while. I've got an amount... Well, I've got full power again. So I guess let's just go down here and grab some more. This very much seems like something we're just going to need large quantities of. Okay, so this area still hurts. Rough. Oh well. I kind of wish the extractor would just bring the resources in. At least it keeps it from falling, which is useful. Okay, do we think that's enough crystals for now? Sure. Okay, how are we doing? Transfer hydrogen. Okay, I'll just take all the fuel. Move some more over. Transfer it into the wasp. And I guess I might as well run around grabbing a couple of the resources in the area. Not that I'm finding a whole lot that I can actually work with. Oh, it has to be in my... Oh. Oh. I was looking for a spot to park my car, and I effectively parked on the front curb when the parking lot was like 10 feet away, but on the other side of a small building. Of course. Yeah, so unfortunately it wants me to put this in my inventory. I guess I'll just wait. Okay. Got more than enough fuel. Whoop. Did not mean to... Yeah, I guess I have to press that, because holding G packs it up. Okay, transfer the remaining, refill the wasp. Thanks, game. Okay. Follow the trail of the unknown vagabond. Do I do anything else? No, so the one problem is, for the most part, there isn't a whole lot for me to build here. So just grab this thing, pack up Camp Hub. I love that. I love the fact that it is a modular base. It is a modular base that I can put anywhere. Let's actually transfer all of the fuel we possibly can. We're more or less at the end of our time, video-wise, which makes me feel a bit bad that... Oop. Makes me feel a bit bad because I've barely done anything at this point. Just mostly tutorial stuff. But on the flip side, game's neat. I like where it's going a fair bit. Obviously, I'd need to put some more time into it to, like, really appreciate. Okay, hold up. Is this the... Okay, that's the builder base. So whatever this is something completely different. Yeah, if I had more things to build, I think I'd be stopping at these looking for stuff. As it stands, I think I'll just do a flyover to be like, yeah, there's some stuff there. Yeah, Pace Weather Station. Let's said follow the trail of the unknown vagabond, but... What trail? I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna land here. Because it's not like I need to do anything. I can just look at this stuff. You know, be like, oh, cool. There's one of these. I guess I might as well eat. I'm hungry. Or, well, injured. Oh, we didn't actually eat. And unfortunately, a lot of these just seem to be filled with raw materials for me to work with. I just, yeah, have nothing I'm grinding towards resource-wise, so it's like, why do I, you know, I don't need to pick up any of this stuff. And that's, like, truly okay. Grab the fuel canister. Those are nice. Saves me having to go, like, harvest resources. So what I really wanted to look for was kind of down here. Because we'd seen it earlier. There was something kind of in this caverny spot. And it seemed interesting. And still seems interesting. This is really cool. I just... Oh. Oh, I got bit by a bug and immediately just fell flat on my face. Ooh. But they've got cool crystals there. Yeah, I'd seen this earlier. And... Oh. It's got the lumen petals. Okay, maybe it wasn't this spot exactly, but yeah, I'd seen this cave system earlier and I was like, oh yeah, this is something I should maybe check out. I'm glad I did. I'll have to figure out weaponry at some point, but right now I think I'm out of luck in that regard. So the best I can do is hopefully just avoid these eggs. I have no idea. They might be that weird bug's eggs. What else do we have around here? I am unsure. Weird, like, witch hat tubers. And the music and the ambiance on this is extremely good, too. Because it's got that kind of, like, weird feeling of... Ah, here's the lichen that I need. Gotta get rid of something. Pipe. That feeling of, like, scientific discovery, alien mystery, that, whatever you want to describe that as. I feel like there's got to be a German word for it. Wonder and discovery is kind of what I'll just land on for the time being. Mystery, I don't know. But it really does feel like I'm exploring an alien environment here in a way that feels really good. The fact that you can have these, like, extensive cave systems that are well lit and interesting and also a little eerie. It feels good to me. Okay, aha, that was the thing I'd spotted. Because I'd seen a structure down here, and I had to find it. Even if it's probably nothing. Whew, that was a close one. Harlow was right. The storms are getting worse. If I hadn't found shelter in this cave in time, my gear would be ruined. I'll take a moment to recoup and get to the weather station tonight. If we don't do something now, we could all be... I'll get the data. Oh, am I slowly recovering health? Oh no, I'm slowly recovering electricity. Okay, can't go in there. And like... There we go. Yeah, I can't harvest anything off of that, and we don't care deeply about the furniture bits. Okay, cool. Ultimately, it was kind of a nothing location, but neat that it was down there. And yeah, there's a nice little log for doing so. I'm really curious how much of this is going to be hand designed versus procedurally generated. Just because, I don't know, as a person who plays too many roguelikes and sandbox survival games, I'm really tired of procedural generation in exploration-focused games. I love procedural generation in roguelikes, where you have randomly generated abilities and upgrades and items and stuff. Like, that can feel good sometimes. And so, you know, I'm not wholly against the idea of procedural generation. But it still feels like way too many games are reliant on procedural generation as a replacement for meaningful content in such a way that almost always makes them feel terrible. No Man's Sky is literally the only game that can get away with it because they put so much stuff into the game that you can kind of just like hand wave the actual lack of meaningful stuff to do. I did a full run of one of the seasons a bit ago, the one where you got the ship. I did a video on this, you know, back at the beginning of the year. Holy shit, it's already almost March. What the hell's going on with this year? I know exactly what's going on with this year, and I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, let's see. Let's go take a look at this next one. I'm almost wondering if this trail... Oh, this is the trail of the unknown vagabond. Maybe? I don't know, hard to say. It seems like there's an air pattern thing. Oh, that's why I was having trouble. It's because my landing gear was out. But yeah, is this the trail? It might be. And yeah, if you're on this wind current, I think you get a speed booster. Which is neat. However, oh god. Yeah, you get a speed boost. Getting out of it, though, is something else. Okay, let's landing gear. Yeah, Highway Gate Base Station. Seems neat. What? That bird just kind of flung. And that's okay. I'm just gonna look around. Just a little. I mean, once again, place that's filled with random recyclable resources. Not much else. But still worth looking at. But yeah, so like No Man's Sky gets away with it because it has so much stuff that it's easy. Okay, so we need a pace lever from somewhere. Vagabond mission log day 4. After my run-in with Pace, I'm in no condition to keep going. I do abandon my mission and get back to the sanctuary, but I can't risk those drones tailing me. They go through the highway gate. It leads straight to our settlement. I'll have to do something. Vagabond out. Okay, so we have to find the lever somewhere. Guess I could have taken the elevator down. But I think I'm just going to call for it. So where would that pace lever be? Because I don't think it's something I can make. Is it somewhere on the island? Oy, maybe. I guess, you know what I should do? Go back to the ship. We got plenty of space. We just want to pull out the trunks. They can stack. They can't stack. Damn. Okay, we're just going to make another couple of trunks. Grab these, go from there. But yeah, so well, No Man's Sky can get away with having, like, randomly generated content and not much that's, like, actually meaningful. Most other games just haven't had the time to develop to that degree, and so few, if any of them, actually feel good in comparison. Oh, we did get the lichen. What was the thing that I wanted to make with it? The tent. I just need 2 pipes. Means I need my Volarite. kind of wish that instead of having all these separate trunks, you just had a like display that was here's your entire storage system, and you can kind of access the whole dang thing. Also really wish you could actually make multiple pipes at a time. Okay. Pack up the tent. The problem is... oh, no, it fits. I can use the tent. Aha! So it passes the time, and also lets me heal. Okay, so what is the other camp gear? Lamp is the lamp. Yeah, I'll grab a lamp. Just because. Just have to find where I put my glass. And this is why I was kind of hoping for a, like, unified storage system. Or at least if the crafting table in the camp would pull from every trunk, so I don't have to go grab the materials myself. Just because this is really annoying quality of, or lack of quality of life. Okay. So the lamp does use some of my power. Not much, though. Put everything else away. I had some... no, I already put the string away. I guess I could keep the battery. I'll just leave the rest out, though I think we should just end this episode. I'd like to find this lever. I'd like to keep going, but I also recognize that I have a gazillion demos to get through, and I shouldn't just spend multiple hours playing one. If I want to play more of this, well, the game will come out sometime, probably either later this year or next year, at which point I can put some more time into it. But yeah, it feels like a lot of these islands are at least substantially hand-designed. Maybe the bigger ones are and the smaller ones aren't. I don't know. I'd have to see what the developers say. But as somebody who is a sucker for Sky Islands, weird sci-fi, retro futurism, and kind of aimless wandering, obviously, this has got a lot of stuff that I like, and one that I'm looking forward to playing more of. For now, though, I might as well mention that the Atmosfar demo is available on Steam. So if you do want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. I do not know how Atmosfar, the demo, actually goes. Whoop, don't get nibbled by the bitey plant. I don't know where this lever is. I always kind of wish it was something I could make. Because I would have assumed it would be something I could find in one of these spots. And like, hopefully it's not something that I missed out on a previous island, because that would be nonsense. Okay, do we have anything? No, seems like the rest of the island is just kind of empty. Oh. There it is. Yeah, that's clever. The weird bird creatures had taken it and put it in their nest. Of course they would. That's really charming. I like that. It's not a puzzle per se. But yeah, where would you find you know, a missing lever if not at the facility where, you know, it should be? The answer is yeah, the weird birds picked it up. Go figured. I don't know. I think that's really charming. Well, I guess with that, maybe instead of grabbing resources, let's... I'm so glad this jetpack lets me go wicked far. Okay, the repair angling is kind of tricky. Toggle the highway gate. Let's go pack up our ship. I wonder what happens if I accidentally fly off without my stuff. Probably bad things. But I'm so glad that I can pack up the whole camp and just put it in the back of this thing. That feels very good to me. And even the ship feels really good. The fact that it can just hover in place is awesome. Yeah, there's more stuff that I could go to, but first, zoom. Okay, so it's just a nice speed booster. which would be nice. There's other stuff for me to grab. Ah, cool. We reached the end of the demo. Release into early access during 2026. Fun. Let's see. Started to uncover the Cloud Cruiser base buildable mobile airship. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be fun. For now, I guess what I was saying is thank you all so much for watching. See you next time. And obviously the usual like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal.